From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And off we go from SoFi. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
The second down run by Pacheco. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Tackle made by Elijah Bolden. Looks like no gain on second down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Called in by Rice. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They'll run it with Pacheco. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Only 1 yard, but when all you need is an inch or two, Brock, that'll still move the chains.
That is an old-school battle you simply love to see. An offense that close to a first down, a defense that knows there's a run headed its way. It's a battle of wills. It's the offense that gets it done this time.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Mahomes on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 2nd down. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Marte Mapu, the man on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So a punt coming up here on 4th down off the leg of Michael Pilardi. And this punt works out. It's going to cross the 20, be touchdown at the 16-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Working quickly here.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
Motioning the tight end now.
at the 24-yard line.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Left side gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
First and 10, Herbert. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Herbert with a blitz coming. Finds McConkey. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
It's Harris on the option. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Offense in the hurry up here.
11 more yards. That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing on first is Herbert. He's on the move. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Leo Chanel able to bring him down.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 39. He's got it near the 8. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 35 out of that one. And now they have a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Harris goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here.
It's a loss of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 9-yard line.
It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We're back to SoFi right after this. Chargers ball as we get back for the second, and they are thinking points. To throw, Herbert. Escapes out to the left. And he has the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers get the game's first points here in the second. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft it and try to stick him deep. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He gives it Pacheco to start the drive. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tuli Pulotu in for the tackle. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Back to Pacheco here on 2nd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
He rolls to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down. That's grabbed inside the 30. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs start to fight back with their first points of this game. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs tie this game 7-7. Butker on now to kick this one away. Darius Davis to return it. And look at this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Offense up to the line fast.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. Getting out to his left. Throwing deep down the left. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Go. Let's go, let's go. Whoa.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So on fourth down, it's Ryan Wright out to punt it away. Chiefs have Xavier Worthy out for the return. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And this was pylon hunting for a moment, but it's over the goal line and out the side of the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Running back sent in motion. He's trying to push the field. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Throw on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Tuli Pulotu in for the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Blitz coming, Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Pride connected with Xavier Worthy there. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
That's 16 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
And the 1st down, Chiefs.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop it behind the line. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They ruled him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
I guarantee you QB wants that throw back. I know most are perfectionists, and when it's caught just a bit out of bounds, you know it could have been just a little more accurate.
He has the 1st over the middle. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a 2nd quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Butker on now to kick this one away. On return, here comes Davis. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. It's the Chargers beginning their drive here. Herbert on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Herbert from the gun. Completed to his running back. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He's got the hook up to Davante Adams. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They kick the running back in motion. It's Herbert once more. Hits his running back. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Herbert to throw once more. Taken in by Harris. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Timeout call by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Man in motion, out of the slot. From the red zone now. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's going to step out with no gain.
You know, sometimes, and you've heard this from a lot of the great coaches, know when to lose a battle to win the war. And that time, just simply not taking a loss, pretty big deal for the offense.
Need better results here on 2nd and goal from the 10. Now Herbert to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Davante Adams, the touchdown. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers tie things up at 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Launches one deep downfield. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James picks it. And the Chargers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. First and 10, Herbert. Connects on the crosser. And he crosses midfield before going out. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing on first is Herbert. He'll get this one to Adams. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 44 here on second down. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. On the return, here comes Davis. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35.
Well, we got ourselves quite a game today, a tie game coming into this third quarter. And what you're looking for is a little instant jolt of momentum coming out of the locker room. And that return might just be the spark that leads to that momentous fire.
Here's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on second down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
Throw left side, complete. It's a pickup of 26. And it brings up an LA first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Running back sent in motion. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become 2, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
Putting a receiver in motion. Trying again following the sack. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Third and long for him here. Finds his back complete. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Taking a shot for the end zone. Big gain downfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take the lead right away in half number 2. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. It's a sweep, he pops the pass forward. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 36. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Throwing again, Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. So it'll be 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
On the move, headed right. He finds his running back on a deep shot. Nicely done. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Chiefs start the 2nd half with some needed points. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown! His 3rd total score this game. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs tie this game at 21. Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. And look at this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
We've got ourselves a heck of a tie ball game, but maybe not for long after that return. You got one side clearly responding well to this pressure. The question is, some of those kicking team guys now running to play defense, how do they respond after giving up that big return late?
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Herbert. It is caught left side. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
That one's out and caught on the right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Hits his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
A first down carry for Pacheco. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Play action, Mahomes. Bails out of the pocket quick. The ball is loose. And this goes out of bounds. The fumble, not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play.
I think that's one of those cases, Kate, where this defense wished that ball was round. You know, it's not, and it bounces in funny ways, and unfortunately for the defense there, it bounces the wrong way right out of bounds.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. Oh, stiff arm.
I think the defense would have just settled for getting off the field with the takeaway, but they add a nice present onto the end of it for their teammates who start this possession with much better field position.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Finds him on the slant. And he gets him around 6 there. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's all knotted up at 21. Plenty of scoring here as we begin the final quarter. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Herbert from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Chargers will have a first. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Looking slant route, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Trying to run in, Harris. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Trying it again with Harris. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. Stuffed once again, and now suddenly they're left with 3rd and goal.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Throwing now, Herbert. And he finds him in the end zone for an LA touchdown. The Chargers take a 4th quarter lead. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes now. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 37. This one finds Kelsey. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Forced out to his right. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Buys time, rolling right. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slider practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
And that's a Kansas City touchdown. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the fourth quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that third phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Dumped off to his running back. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Chargers pushing to get within range for a game winner. Second and 6 coming up here. They motion the tight end over. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Now to throw. He finds McConkey. And he stopped cold at the spot. We'll keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Setting up to pass. Finds his man over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it brings up an L.A. 1st down. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. Herbert, quick out wide, complete. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. He'll look to throw it. Setting up the running back screen. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's 1st down. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Now a timeout's called. It's not their last one, though, so they can try another play before setting up for that field goal. 2nd and 6 coming up here. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. So it's all coming down to a try from Cameron Dicker. Only a 20-yarder here. The kick is good. He got it. And he drills the chip shot to win them this game. So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.